What's up, everybody? This is the virtual Drop Viking. I'm just reporting in to let everybody know that I officially have the internet back, so I'm going to be able to upload a lot more often than I have been for the last several months. And once I get up to 50 subscribers, I'm going to be live streaming Planet Coaster 2 franchise mode, as well as anything else I feel like playing at the time. But just to show you guys what we're working with a little bit here, I got the 47th ranked park in this month's challenge right now, which is still only half as, see, I'm at 20,000 daily coaster riders, 20,221, and that's still only half as good as the top 10 guys here. So this is Escode Valley Kananaskis, and so this is based off of a real place I've been, but not, obviously there's no theme park there, but when you place your park in Planet Coaster 2 in franchise mode, you have to pick a real place, and this place reminded me of the Kananaskis Valley in British Columbia, Canada. And there's like a really cool spa there, like at a hotel, and it's got a bunch of hot tubs and stuff. It's a really cool little tourist trap. But I built this park here. See, it's got the observation tower in the center, roughly the center. And we'll take a little... Gotta have the heaters in the park with the taiga biome, or else people will be very uncomfortable. You can see in the bottom left there, I am at 100% built with this park. Won't be adding anything to this park today. Got a B&M Giga here. Oh, I can't click on anything because I clicked view park instead of edit park. That's okay. The B&M Giga there. I'm a big B&M nerd, honestly. This is a Hyperlooper, B&M Hyperlooper. What I build over here? Over here, this is a launched Intamin, I want to say, and a wooden coaster, GCI Woody. A little unrealistic with some of the elements, but really my goal is to make the coasters really, really rideable first for these fake people, and then realism can come somewhere along the line. Here, this is a coaster I made that was inspired by Wicked at Lagoon, where you can see it's got a launched top hat element to start, launch tower or launch spike like the Zero Wicked tower launch at Lagoon. A couple of big dive loops and sidewinders. Oh, but it's because there's no Zero in this game, I use the Premier Rides launch coaster for that one, so you can see that's got the Premier Rides top hat loop integrated element. What else is going on in this park? Big old water slide. When I first started this park, the weekly challenge was for water slide riders, so I had a lot more water slides initially, but when that challenge ended, I cleared that all out and made this park what it is now, and I'm really happy with it. This is my Ultra Spinner, my Mach Ultra Spinner. People love that, as you can see from the line to get on it. It launches right up into a high series of twists and a dive loop down into the mountain. Easier to show you when I'm not in read-only mode. Oh, another thing. I built a little cave system in order to put a flat ride down in here. Well, I still got to clear out some of the terrain in the ceiling. You can see it clips at the ceiling a little bit, so it's not perfect, but still, if I was able to go to a theme park that had a flat ride deep underground, I would jump at the chance. And so this was one of my first sort of ideas messing with the mountain, messing with the terrain physics. All the parks that I made before this have been very flat. And so I figured after I messed with that, and I got in the mood to make a new park. Oh, here's my RMC. Starts with a big overbank turn. Tons of G-forces it was supposed to pull right there. People still ride it. There's people lining up for it right now, so I try not to make anything unrideable. Sometimes I get a little overboard with the height, and then it'll have all green numbers, but nobody wants to ride it. Here's a more traditional Gerstlauer with the tower. This thing I never really figured out how to make it worth a damn. It's just a tracked ride. I think it's supposed to be more of a dark ride frame, and then I didn't put any scenes in it. So it sucks, but it's in the back there. It helps with the, kids will say, kids or some adult riders in the park will say that there's nothing that matches their tolerances if you don't have anything that's really weak and slow like that. So it helps having it there still, even if I don't have it perfect yet. But, so yeah, that's a Scode Valley Kananaskis. You see the snow melted while we were watching it. I think it actually looks prettier while it's snowing. Here's my Hyper SNS Wild Mouse. Crazy Mouse, whatever they call it. SNS is inverting Wild Mouse structure. I had the damnedest time getting this thing to not valley, but finally, this hasn't valleyed. I can't remember the last time it valleyed, but I probably had to stop this and start this 100 times and tweak it here, tweak it there. This is definitely a learning experience building this coaster, but people love this one too. I get a lot of riders on this one. So we will go back to the main menu. So my other primary park, the one I've been working on for the last several weeks, builds on the mountain terrain dealie that I was messing with in the last one. After I had so much fun shaping a mountain and having the coasters interact with the mountain, I thought, what if I make a mountain the centerpiece of a park? And that took some work, but I'd say it really paid off. It's a top one. It's almost broken the top 100, so it's not quite a top 100 park, but I think I'll probably call it a top 100 park for the thumbnail, just to get people to click anyways, right? 102 or whatever it is close enough. And I actually edited this one, so we'll be able to check out some of the rides. So we'll come in. The entrance is here. The most recent addition that I put in is this sky ride. Take you to three different main sections of the park. So through here, there's the new arcade on the left. The arcade just came out with a new update of Planet Coaster 2. If you haven't played recently, there's arcade games. And I like to hide my bathrooms and changing rooms. Just this sort of structure jutting out of the walls is a common theme in this park specifically because of how subterranean it is. This bridge I found on the Frontier Workshop. So if you're the creator of this bridge, thank you very much. I love it. I've used it in 2 parks now. A little mall jutting out of the wall with some scenery pieces to hide them, make them look like they're supposed to be there. Here we have a bigger arcade. Let me turn on my flashlight here. So this actually, if you're playing in franchise mode and you need a source of income, this brings in a ton of money for It's easier to maintain than flat rides. It's a good thing to start your park out with. I have this is the Vanilla Viking restaurant right here. Oh, this is deep order. Oh, but this line's full, so we can watch this one go first. This is Berserk. This is my newest major coaster in the park. It is one of the new coasters from the Sorcery Pack. And you see, obviously inspired by Top Thrill 2 to a degree, but I definitely didn't just follow the Top Thrill 2 blueprint. But I wanted the Top Thrill 2 beginning. I wanted the ride experience to start like a Top Thrill 2. Let's see. Try to keep all the forces realistic. Nothing that would rip your head off or... This is the biggest drop in the park, I think. Anything bigger than 300 feet. Oh, and anything bigger than 300 feet, a lot of people won't ride it. You see right there, the Raid Coaster's LSM pieces don't properly auto-tunnel. Like, they auto-tunnel, but they don't properly update the graphics. There's a stall element, a little sort of treble clef loop. Big speed hill to burn off some of that. It's really clipping. I couldn't get the brakes to work good enough on this next part without that big old speed hill. And then, see, those brakes are working full time. But it gets riders. People are riding it, and it's, like I said, it's my newest coaster. I built it 2 days ago in the in-game time, and it's already turned a $7,000 profit. It's got 2,000 riders in 2 days. So this was one of the first coasters I put in the park. It's a little tilting mine train, Vekoma tilting mine train. It's not exciting enough to really bother with the POV video. This is Viking. I had the hardest time getting this to work, because the best part about the dive coasters is putting a ridiculous dive on them. But in Planet Coaster 2, if the dive coasters have a ridiculous dive, like if you built Tormenta Rampaging Run in this game, nobody would ride it. They would say it looks too scary for them. So after building this with a 400-foot drop into the mountain and having 0 riders for several days, I had to tweak it, and now it has much shorter drop alongside the mountain and tunnels back into its initial course. Got a little pre-drop, a little more fun than a realistic B&M would have there. You know, I think I just painted this whole thing black and then never did change it, but it looks nice. So, stay outside the mountain here. Traditional dive loop Immelman. And another traditional dive loop, sort of 0G roll. And you can see in here, a good portion of the park is coasters inside the mountain. So I definitely had a little more fun with this B&M dive layout than B&M actually does, but it's Planet Coaster, baby. Little pretzel loop finale. I don't even think you could actually put a pretzel loop on the B&M dive and rip the thing apart, but again, we get to have fun because we're playing a video game. Oh my, there we go. So my scores all went down for a second there, but now it's fixed. And you can see I got 1,000 prestige on that. It's about to be classic, but again, nobody wrote it for the first several. What does it say? This day open, day 49. So nobody wrote it for the first 4 days that it was open. I just fixed it. Here's the end of the sky ride. It's one of these nasty drop towers. I finally got people to stop throwing up outside of it. Here's the entrance to the mountain. Oh, there's the cosmic cow bouncing around on her udders. That was a decision on the game maker's part. Little food mall. I just bought the sorcery pack, and so I got these sorcery walls and sorcery decorations. Figured I'd try them out. And this is the city in the mountain. Still a lot of Viking themed stuff because it started as a Viking themed park, but you see I'm playing with the sorcery themed stuff here. And some of my best coasters are in here, honestly. I think this one is the Roots of the Mountain, which is another 1,000. All greens. Let's see, is there enough people here to get Roots of the Mountain to dispatch, or are we going to be sitting here waiting? So I'm not going to sit here and wait. Yeah, there's some people in line. We could get this to dispatch. Let's take a ride on Roots of the Mountain. Whoop, not that one, though. Let's take a ride on this one. A little hang time action. There's the photo. I believe this is the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, but I could be wrong. I'll check. Little peek on the top. Block section. It's surprisingly easy to keep these launched coasters running like clockwork, not butting into each other with the block sections and stuff, when you don't have to factor in the time of a lift hill. I had to put a second launch in this one. I'm not proud of it, but I ran out of momentum there. If oh, you're upside down for a long time there too. If I had built this coaster early on in the park, I would not, because it makes the cost of repairing it just so ludicrous when you have extra launches. But I built this park off of an already done one. Disperse a little flat ride in there, because otherwise, if you just put coasters in one side of the park and nothing else, people won't necessarily visit it. You got to get some other stuff in there. So little mall area, little shopping area. Hide the bathrooms. Hide the vending machine. This is just a boomerang, fairly standard one. I put a couple of I put an airtime hill on the left side, and I put a heartline roll on the right side. But other than that, it is a very normal Vekoma boomerang. I mean, I guess it's in a mountain, and it juts out of a mountain a couple of times. It's themed to a drill because of this part mainly, but people ride it. And that's the name of the game, especially these 2 weeks. The challenge is to get people to ride the coasters. Most people ride the coasters the better, which is also why I have this Impulse running in the back. Slow and steady trickle of coaster riders on the Impulse. It's made me $74,000 since I built it. And it is just a regular old Impulse coaster with a twist on each side. What else do we got in here? So we got like the Impulse, the Boomerang. This is the new Flying Theater from the Sorcery Pack. I haven't even seen it in action yet. There's what? not a lot of people lined up for it. I gotta fill up this side of the park a little bit more and get more things on this side for people to want to be here. But this is a really nice restaurant that was made by somebody on the Frontier Workshop. I'm trying to find credits so I could give credit, but I can't. It's, if you search for Grow Bar on the Frontier Workshop, you'll find it. Many thanks to him for that. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of scenery, and it's functional too. It's not my highest grossing restaurant, but it's good. This is Undermountain. This is, oh, so this is the Infinity Coaster, which means Roots of the Mountain is a premiere. Okay, so this Undermountain is the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. That I seem to only have one train on, even though I have the station this long. So, but oh, I guess I could actually benefit from having more. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. Anyhow, this, like the one that I showed you in the other park, has a tower launch. This tower launch is actually almost 300 feet, so this, I'd say at 299.3, it qualifies as a Giga Coaster. And right back down. You're a big fan of hang time. I like these Norwegian and Finnish loops too. Wish there were more of them in real life, but you see that piece of support there, clips with it. So again, it's not perfect. There's always something to do, just like in real life. Always something to do. But another 1,000 rank coaster gets the prestige up. Oh, it's broken down though. So, oh, but this one's not broken down. So we can watch this one go. But it's already almost done, huh? This is the end, so not a cool place to start. Can we get this thing to dispatch? No. Not worth the wait. Well, it's not worth the wait, but this is a little water coaster I made early on in the rebuild. Just got some airtime pops here, a little bit of laterals, and then a splashdown. It's got a sort of Viking theming, like you're traveling alongside these big ships. And then the whole time, this is a wing coaster that flies through. I named it after myself because I really, really like it. And this is a couple of slides. There's a raft slide and a tube slide that would go by. And so if you're lucky, when you're on this water flume cruising by, watching, looking at the scenery, you see people fly through at 70 miles an hour on a water slide. It's pretty neat. And then it dives into the mountain and comes out over here with another lift hill. This is actually a little hyper drop. And Helix is down here. Another decent sized drop for a water coaster, and a splashdown to the finale. Ends after a little bit of water and coaster action underground. Oh, and then finally, last but not least, we have Thor's Pool. starts with a shallow area, and it goes to a wading area. This is all under the mountain still. And it's got tunnels leading into various, this is a tunnel leading to a mall, and you can get some changing rooms and some vending machines through these tunnels, but ultimately, oh, there's another little mall here. But when it comes out of the mountain, it opens up to one of the bigger pools I've ever made. It's got a capacity of almost 1,500 people, 1,000 rank pool with no lazy river jets. And it's shaped like Thor's hammer with the hexagon tool. So I made it look like a Mjolnir pendant. That's pretty fun. This is a Viking ship ride. There was a different ride here, a strike ride, but it interfered with my Intamin Raid coaster when I built it earlier this morning. So, and the strike ride had an old prestige rating anyways. It was on old. So I deleted it, replaced it with this pirate ship ride, and put the raid coaster through. And then this is that wing coaster there. I'd say, so I'll show you guys. This is just a coaster from the blueprints, just to get more riders. This is South Mountain Splashdown. There is a bunch of water filters because this calls for a lot of water. The water tower's up here as well. And we have the raft slide that is Crimson Sails. We have so that's the tube slide. Crimson Sails is the tube slide. This is also a tube slide here. Oh, I was right the first time. Raft slide is Crimson Sails. Tube slide is Raven Flag. And then we have violet, blue, green, prism, yellow, orange, red, and supersonic. These are all flume slides and a matte slide. And then there is a drop slide right here called ultraviolet. I did have them on a ride sync, but finding 8 people to go down the thing at once was proven to be a little bit challenging. And people were just laying here waiting for 7 other riders for a long time. So I erased the ride sync. You can see right now it's not that busy. It's only 66 degrees outside my park, so the pool's not the main attraction. It's definitely a coaster themed park to start, but you can watch this guy go down. Oh, I was trying to be that guy and now I'm not. That didn't work. That's embarrassing. I guess now we can watch. So long. Yeah, and surprisingly people like that. I don't know if we could get people to do that in real life, but the person, see, Supersonic really, really eats you too. Oh, she hit hard. I was like, whew, you wouldn't want to do that in real life. So that's... Oh, I'm sorry. So that's pretty much the show for Vertical Drop Mountain. I This was actually my first franchise park, and then I maxed it out with a bunch of wildly unrealistic coasters and water slides. And then I got it up to about $7 million in revenue, maxed out the research, and decided I was going to wipe the whole park clean and start fresh. And that led us to what you see now. If you want to see more of either of these parks, more of me building roller coasters, or even me playing games like Baldur's Gate 3, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, Bloodborne, stuff like that, 109. Please subscribe to the channel. I need about 16 more subscribers to go live, and I'd love to just live stream this. I'm playing the game anyways. You guys are watching it. Why not do it at the same time? So if I get to 50 subscribers, first order of business will be starting a whole new park live on stream. You can see how I get things established. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I have been Joseph, Virtual Drop Viking out.